more. Record. There we go. Okay. I'm Jennifer. I am excited to be with you here. This is one of my favorite subjects. I know that's crazy, but it is one of my favorite subjects to train on, money management and taxes and all the fun stuff. If you are just now hopping on, there are a lot of different girls on here. I did not tell my unit that y'all were hopping on, so they're all like, what the heck? Who are these people? So we have 4 different units on here right now. So what I want y'all to do, if you don't mind, if you'll mute, and then y'all can type your questions in the chat if you want to, and then at the end we can go through everybody's questions, or if you want to wait until the end and ask questions, that's totally fine too. If you come up with questions later, I will be happy to answer questions for anybody that's on here, because I know once y'all start doing stuff, then, oh, okay, Chase. Then y'all may have a little bit of questions when y'all start getting stuff together at the beginning of the year or whatever. Okay. But first I gotta tell y'all, I'm not a CPA, I'm not an accountant, I'm not any of those fun things. But I do work closely with my accountant who knows a lot about Mary Kay. Like I just now talked to him, I just got off the phone with him about our taxes to ask him what was new for this year to make sure I trained y'all and make sure everything was up to date. I have been audited 3 times, not because of Mary Kay, so don't get scared. It's because of my husband's business, but everything worked. Everything with Mary Kay was 100% legit. So I do recommend using a CPA for Mary Kay. If you want his information, I'll be happy to send that to y'all. Just ask me. Chase has his information. I know Chase uses him. I use him. Several consultants use him. He's fantastic when it comes to Mary Kay. So if y'all have questions about that, let me know. But he always tells me every year anything that's changed or anything he saw that people didn't do last year, all those fun things. Okay, so y'all just type your questions in. I'm gonna share with y'all how I keep things tracked for the year, how I keep everything organized, and then what you need to do for your taxes for January or whenever you file your taxes or whatever, what information you need to give. If you are a consultant who made less than $500 in Mary Kay, you are not required to file Mary Kay taxes. I do highly recommend it because of all the deductions that we get. Okay. In my 15 years of Mary Kay, I haven't had to pay out taxes in Mary Kay at all, because we have so many deductions. So I'm gonna go through those with you and share that with you. I do have a document if you need it. Or you can write down the categories. All you need to take when you go get your taxes done is 1 piece of paper. Okay. If you take every receipt, every single thing to him, he will accept it, or whoever your CPA is will accept it, but they're going to charge you a lot more. Okay. Because they're going to go through all your receipts. So all you need is a receipt, is this paper. Okay. Okay. So first, let me share with y'all how I keep things organized. Okay. Every year, I have one of these fun boxes. I will tell y'all when we got audited, the IRS was very impressed with my organization and my colorful totes here. Okay, which is an important part of taxes, is making sure it's all pretty. Okay, I'm just kidding. But I just have one of these boxes. You can get them at Walmart or whatever. These categories I'm going to go over. Okay, but these are what's inside my box here. Okay, all the labels. Okay, so they are all labeled for the most part. Some of them aren't in here, and you'll understand why when I start going through them. But all of my receipts are in here. Okay, so if I have a receipt for dry cleaning, it goes in here. I write dry cleaning at the top. My assistant puts it on a Excel spreadsheet. Okay, with these categories at the top. I'm going to show that to y'all. And then she just types it in so that we have a running total for the entire year. Okay. If you are, you started Mary Kay at any point in time this year, you just start from the time you started till now. Okay. For all of that. But I have all of these in my little box here. and then she puts it on a spreadsheet. I will show that to y'all. I do recommend y'all starting this in January. Makes it a little easier at the end of the year. Hold on 1 second. I had it open. Oh, Cynthia, that's on the other computer, isn't it? Okay, but y'all understand what an Excel spreadsheet is, right? Okay, so at the top of my Excel spreadsheet are all these categories, and she just types the amount in the column for that receipt. So if it's the dry cleaning receipt for $96, she's going to go to the dry cleaning column, type it in there. Okay, does that make sense? And then all you have to do is do the sum for the end of the year, and it's all right there together. You do have to have a copy of your receipts in a paper form if you ever get audited. Okay, if it's on your email, if it's in your phone, whatever, that's totally fine. Just if you end up getting audited and they ask for everything, you have to have a printed copy of your receipt. Okay. So this is all I keep record of, and the rest of it is on my computer. Okay. Now, if you have been in Mary Kay for a minute, this year you will get a 1099 from Mary Kay if you made over $600 or more from Mary Kay, as a commission check from Mary Kay, not your sales. Okay, if you made $600 or more, if you made $600 or more in prizes from Mary Kay, or if you purchased $5,000 or more wholesale from Mary Kay, then you will get a 1099 from the company. Okay, they will be postmarked and sent out by the end of January. You will also be able to print what's called an income advisory statement, which is online under business tools and under statements. You'll be able to print that off in February. Okay, if you don't want to wait for your paper to come in the mail. It has the 1099. It has all the information on there. You are actually going to want that if you file any kind of taxes with Mary Kay, because it has a lot of your information of you ordering, okay, on there. And I'll tell y'all which categories it has on there when we go through that. Okay. So first, start tracking and keep every receipt that you can think of, okay, with Mary Kay. Print off the receipts. If you have receipts from hotels or whatever, print those off and have them organized in a box and keep an Excel spreadsheet throughout the year. That is my recommendation. Before I jump into the actual sheet and everything else, do y'all have questions about that part? Pretty self-explanatory, right? Okay. All right. So the next thing I want to share with y'all is my fun little sheet here. Okay. Again, this is what he wants to see. He doesn't want all of your receipts. Okay. And he's going to go by what you have on that category. So make sure that you have the right space, the right thing in the right space. Some deductions are worth more than others. Okay. And I'm going to share that with you about how that works. So let me go here, and I'm going to share my screen so that y'all can see my little fun Word document that is very important. Do y'all see that? Okay. So let's just start up here at the top. Okay. If you have a Mary Kay card, then some of these are going to be a little different for you. I think there's just a few of us on here. So let's just start at the top, the car expenses. So in Mary Kay, you can write off a portion of your gas or your mileage. Okay. Those are not included in the car expense category. This category is only for if you have car maintenance, if you have to buy new tires, if you have to get your oil changed, anything that's maintenance on there. Now, y'all, I have asked the CPA a million times about different things. It doesn't include getting your windows tinted. It doesn't include getting a new stereo system, anything like that in your car, okay? It's just the maintenance on your car, any kind of expenses on your car for you to be able to use your car. Now, this does include, however, car washes, okay? Because they want your car clean. If you have a Mary Kay sticker on your car or anything that says that you are a beauty consultant on your car, then you 100% can do all of that on there. If you don't have it categorized as a Mary Kay car, then it's a little more iffy because they'll start questioning like how often you use it for Mary Kay, how often you don't use it for Mary Kay. So I would advise you to at least get that clear sticker that says Mary Kay and put it somewhere on your car. Okay. But again, this does not include gas or mileage. Okay. Let's skip down to that section. You can write off your gas right here. You can write off your gas or your mileage for your business. I recommend your mileage. You get more money back for your mileage. Okay. And I use an app. I'm going to close this out really quick so y'all can see me. I use an app that is called Mile IQ. Okay, Mile IQ. It's this little guy right here. Okay, it's like I think it's $5.99 a month, $4.99 or $5.99 a month. But what it does is it tracks all of your travel. Okay, so if you're riding with someone else, you can put that in there. But it shows on the side here, on the top here, two different categories, business or personal. So you just swipe left or swipe right, whether it's business or it's personal. Okay. Chase, can you see the people that are hopping on? Can you just make sure they're getting on? So you swipe left or swipe right, whether it's business or it's travel. And if you need to put a note in there, you can put a note in the system as to like, if you're going to Texas, that's for seminar. Or if you went to career conference, you can put notes in there to help classify your travel. Okay. But you can write off all of your miles for the whole year. Again, I recommend the miles and not the gas. If you want to do gas, you need to keep your receipts for gas. And you have to calculate how much of that gas was used for a Mary Kay trip. Okay. So if you're driving from your house to a customer's house and you write off your gas, then you have to calculate how many miles and how much gas per gallon of gas and all of that combined. It ends up being a lot more beneficial to you for mileage. And until it is, he'll tell me every year if it's more beneficial for mileage or gas, and every year it's been mileage. But then at the end of the year, you have a running total of, like, this is from last year for me, a running total of how much you could potentially write off for your taxes. So last year alone, I drove 15,346 miles for Mary Kay, which could potentially be a deduction of $7,900. Okay, a credit towards your taxes. So if you end up owing taxes, when you have a credit for a deduction, it goes to that and kind of counteracts that. Does that make sense? So I do recommend that. And you can write off the amount that it costs for Mile IQ. If you don't want to do that, just get a piece of paper, notebook, whatever, write down all your mileage of everywhere you go. Okay, from your house to drop off a product to an event to whatever. Okay, that has to do with Mary Kay. But again, mileage or gas, not both. They're not going to accept both. And if you don't tell them, if you take both amounts to him, and he puts both amounts in, if something happens, that's going to cause an issue. Okay. But I do recommend mileage. I know Chase does too. It is more beneficial for you. Okay. So car expenses, mileage, and gas. Next is legal and professional. This category is anything that will make you look or be legal and professional. Okay. So if you have a red jacket that says Mary Kay on it, it has Mary Kay on the tag, Mary Kay anywhere on it, that goes under legal and professional. Your black skirt and white shirt, you can write off 2 per year. That goes in that category. You can write off 2 pairs of black shoes a year. Okay. And you can write off a pink item per year. So if you want a pink scarf, pink earrings, pink whatever, you can write off 1 pink item because of Mary Kay's signature color being pink. If you need a suit or a dress for seminar, like a ball gown for seminar, that goes under legal and professional. Okay. This also includes getting your hair done every 6 weeks and your nails done every 2 weeks. Okay. So if you have a hair girl or a nail girl, make sure you're getting receipts for those. It will not include, it does not include pedicures, but it does include your nails and it does include your hair every 6 weeks. So if you go get your hair done every 2 weeks, it's only going to let you categorize 6 weeks. Okay. So make sure y'all are getting receipts for that. If you're getting your eyebrows waxed, anything that's going to make you be professional looking in front of a crowd. Okay. So because we are presenting products with our hands, that's why we can do our nails. Okay. But anything, your clothing that has to do with Mary Kay, if you go to an event and you're to wear something specific for that event, then that's going to go under that category. For instance, the directors for Fall Retreat, we were to wear pink pants or a pink skirt. That will go under that category. Okay. That one's kind of a broad category. So if y'all have questions about a specific item or a specific thing, jot that down and I can let you know if that goes under that category. Okay. Supplies. The next one is supplies. This is supplies for your business that is not including Section 2. Okay. Section 2 is different. This is supplies if you needed cotton balls, if you needed ink pens, if you needed, I don't even know, paper, if you needed any kind of business or office supplies for your business, it goes under that category. Okay. Anything printed goes under printing. So if you're printing a flyer or business cards or anything like that, that goes under printing. It does not go under supplies. Everything else is categorized under supplies. So if you're buying the flyer, if you're printing a flyer, the paper that you bought goes under supplies. But if you're having somebody print it for you, if you send it to Office Depot, that goes under printing. Does that make sense? That one's a little questionable too. So anything that's actually being printed goes under printing. Everything else goes under supplies. Okay. Travel expenses. This is if, again, this is not mileage or gas or anything. This is if you are traveling by airplane, train, whatever. Okay. Bus, the plane ticket, the train ticket, the bus ticket, that goes under travel. Your hotel for any kind of travel for Mary Kay goes under that category. So lodging and actual travel in the car or whatever, or on the plane. Okay. Meals and food. If you live 11 miles away from somewhere and you are having a meal with a potential recruit, a potential customer, a team member, or anything like that, that is included under meals and food. Okay. If it's within 11 miles of where you live, then you have to treat someone to it. Okay. For instance, I live 2 minutes from downtown Anderson. There's not very many places I go in Anderson that's more than 11 miles away. However, if I go meet Chase for lunch and we're talking about Mary Kay, we're planning something, an event or whatever, and I purchase her meal, I can write that off. Okay. It has to be 2 meals on a receipt. Okay. That one is pretty easy to to negotiate there. If you are doing an interview for somebody, you buy them coffee, that goes under meals and food. If you're at an event and you go out to dinner, meals and food. If you're at an event and you buy snacks for your room, that goes under meals and food. Okay, pretty self-explanatory there. I don't know why it's 11 miles. That's just what it is. Prizes and awards. This doesn't really fall into a category that most of you would use. This is prizes that you would purchase for somebody in Mary Kay, like the prizes. If y'all got monthly prizes from your director, if you get prizes weekly from your director, anything that we purchase for you guys goes under there. Now, if you purchase something for your team member as a prize, it can go under there. Okay. Bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is any person or any program that you use that is helping you keep track of your business and your business expenses. Okay, so if you have an assistant in your office, this will go under there. If you have paid an assistant, one assistant $500 or more for the year, then you are required to get them a 1099 if they are under the age of 65. Okay. So this would also include if you have children that are helping in your office, don't let them make over $500 and you can write it off on your taxes. Okay. So if you have a daughter that's putting stickers on your products, keep track of what you're giving her or what you're paying her. If you are, that can go under that category. Whatever you paid for this year. So we went and saw the CPA in February. That cost that I paid him to file my taxes would go under bookkeeping for this year. Okay. So any kind of help that you have keeping your office, keeping your business straight would go under that category. Okay. Dry cleaning, of course. Now this is for Mary Kay attire. So your director suit, your red jacket. If you have a black dress that you wear for Mary Kay, that's one of your 2 things that you can purchase and it needs to be dry cleaned. That goes under there. Your seminar dresses, anything like that that has to be dry cleaned can go under that category. Okay. Dues and publications. This is any kind of fee that you pay to help with your business. Okay, so the Mile IQ app, that would go under that. Okay, if you pay for Voxer, that would go under that. Your website would go under that. Anything that you pay a fee for, and it's a monthly subscription fee or a yearly subscription fee, would go under that. Okay, and you have to be able to prove that it was for Mary Kay. So if you are using some type of app that is for something else, if you are using it for Mary Kay, you can write that off, but you just have to prove that you used it for that. Postage. Postage, this category is only the postage that you pay to ship products to your customers. This is not the postage that you pay to have your products shipped to you from Mary Kay. This is out of your home, your office, that is sent to someone else. Okay. This includes stamps. If you're sending thank you notes, if you're sending anything like that, postage that is paid for out of yourself, out of your office, your home, whatever, that is sent to someone else goes under that category. Okay. If you I use stamps.com. If you use anything like that, it should have how much you paid for in there, but the actual amount that you pay per month or whatever, it does go under dues and publications, not postage. Okay. ProPay and bank fees. So at the end of the year, at the beginning of the year, if you have used ProPay, you can go under propay.com under your account and get a list of all the fees that ProPay charged you. Because Visa, MasterCard, American Express, they all charge ProPay a fee for us to use them. So there is a fee involved when you run a credit card. If you use any other form of payment processing that charges you, that goes in that category. So I don't know all of them. I know there's a million different things now. Venmo charges you if there's another one that runs credit cards. I can't think of the name of it. All of that goes under there. Any kind of money processing goes under there. If you have a checking account that is for Mary Kay only and it costs you money, they have a monthly fee, a yearly fee, whatever, it will go under that category. If for some reason you have a check that came back to you from a customer and it charged you a fee, it will go under that category. Now let me tell y'all, that is very, very rare. That doesn't happen all the time, but I just need to throw that in there. But any kind of fee that goes with the money goes under that category. Okay. Now there's two categories of insurance on here. This first one is for your product. There's companies out there that will insure your product. If it's in your house and something happens, of course, it would be covered under your homeowner's insurance. If it's in your car, chances are it'll be covered under your car insurance if you have that covered. This is just extra insurance. So most of y'all will not have that. Okay, so internet, power, water, and gas. Those are for your household or your office. Okay, if you are working from your house, most of y'all have your business working out of your house, correct? So what you need to do is designate an area in your house that is your Mary Kay room. Okay, it can be I'm gonna turn this off so y'all can see me. I'll come back to it. It can be, well, most of y'all got your cameras off. Okay, it can be an office, it can be a bedroom, it can be whatever you want it to be. But that is going to be your Mary Kay corner, your Mary Kay room. Okay. You want to measure it and see what the square footage is. On down later on the sheet, it has the square footage of your home and the square footage of your office space. You want both of those on your sheet. Okay. Depending on the amount of space you have in your home that is designated for Mary Kay, you can write off a percentage of your internet, your gas, your water, your power, anything that is helping your household run. Okay. But it has to be a designated area for Mary Kay. Okay. So something happens. I need y'all to hear me on this. Something happens and you're audited for any reason, whatever else is in that room, when they come to check, which they probably won't, but I just have to preface that, it needs to be only Mary Kay in that room. Okay. No, you do not need to know any percentages. That your CPA does all that. It calculates all that for you. So if for some reason your Mary Kay room is your dining room, that square footage, if anything were to happen, the dining room is no longer the dining room and nothing in there is presented as the dining room item. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Okay. But you want to measure that area and make sure that if it's one bedroom in your household, whatever, then you put the entire square footage of your home. It's on the paper. You put the entire square footage of your home and then the square footage of that office space. Everything else is calculated by them. So you put the entire amount of your internet bill from the time you started Mary Kay this year. If you were in for the entire year, then you do it for all 12 months. But all of the money that you spent on each of those categories for the time frame you're in Mary Kay will go in that section. Okay, they will calculate it all for you. Okay. Okay, so let me put my screen back on here. Yes, okay, wanted to make sure. Can y'all see that now? Okay, insurance on the building. This is if you're working out of your home, your homeowner's insurance for the year. All of that is a deduction on your home. That's why people starting in December, it's really cool that you can write off all these expenses on there. Okay. Having a Mary Kay business helps you with all kinds of tax deductions. So insurance, if you have an office outside of your home, then this will be the insurance on the building or whatever you're paying. Your cell phone, your name has to be somewhere on your cell phone, or you have to be able to prove that you are on that cell phone, that you're using that cell phone. Okay, if something were to happen, but you total up the entire amount that you paid for your cell phone. They will ask you, how much do you use your cell phone? Do you use it the majority of the time for Mary Kay or more for something else? They will calculate the amount that you need. Okay. But if you have more than one cell phone on your bill that is not, like if your kids are on your phone plan, your husband, whatever, you just put the amount, you put the entire amount on there and then tell them it's for 4 phones. Okay. If you cannot, now if you can go on your bill and you can distinguish which amount is for which phone, then just put it for your phone. And I encourage you, if you can do that, to make sure your number is the primary number. Because if you've ever looked at a bill, phone bill before, the primary number has the bulk of the amount of the bill. Okay. But it used to be that your name had to be on the plan. Now, if you can just prove that you're supposed to be on that plan, then you're good. Okay. Mileage for business, we talked about. Donations. This is donations that you made of a Mary Kay product or on behalf of your Mary Kay business. So if somebody asks for you to give something as a raffle item, or if you did a booth and they, required you to give something for that would go under that. If you donated products I donate products to a women's shelter here at the end of the year, of stuff that's been discontinued. That would go under that amount. Okay, this is not donations like your clothing that you took to Goodwill. This is stuff that you donated as a Mary Kay business owner. Okay, so all I do is write a receipt at the top. Take a Mary Kay receipt, and at the top I write donations, and then I list it. If I gave it to a corporation or whatever, they normally have a tax ID number. They'll give you a receipt for it. Okay. Workshops. This is events or trainings that you go to. So we have the Red Rally this weekend. That would go under that. Fall retreat, any kind of meetings, if you pay a fee for your meeting, seminar, any of those fees of the actual amount that it costs for that event. Okay, not all the extra stuff, but just the fee for that event goes under there. Okay, we're going to come back to those next ones there. Okay, so down here at the bottom, product loss is products that you purchase that you can no longer sell. Okay, so if something is expired, if something got damaged, anything like that, that goes under the product loss. Okay, lead generating events. That's events that you paid for you to be able to get leads somewhere. So if you did a booth at a wedding event, or a booth at a fall festival or whatever, it goes into that category. Okay. We talked about the square footage of the home and the square footage of the office space. Entertainment. If you were at an event, a Mary Kay event, and you went somewhere outside of that event for entertainment, if you went to a movie, or if you went to a show, or if you went, if y'all went on an excursion that you went with Mary Kay girls while you're at an event, then the cost of that goes under that. Okay. So if we, like Holly will take us on trips sometimes while we're at fall retreat, if we earn them, if you paid any fee to get into somewhere, like Anarchista, or we did something one time where we were shooting zombies. I don't even remember what it was called, but something like that. That's all entertainment. It can only be if you were at a Mary Kay function for that time. Okay. Or if you're on a Mary Kay trip of some sort. Okay. Now let's go back up here. All of these other ones are based on your products, not your actual events. So let's take a break for a second. Do y'all have any questions about those things? Oh, y'all have stuff on here. Cost of mileage IQ the cost of mileage IQ goes under dues and publications.
You answered that one after I typed it.
Okay.
I think I answered everybody correctly. Just look over it and make sure.
Okay. Let's see. Less than 500 for kid living. Yes, Donna. So if you have more than one child, you get them to $4.99 and then you go to the next kid.
Stop it.
She has 5 kids, so
But I only have 2 that I would actually put to work. Actually, they're 14 and 12. They're old enough to work.
They're
That's
old
what they
enough, they're
would
not
have
old
to
enough
do.
in the IRS eyes, so you can let them work as much as you want them to and write them off, because they're not gonna file their own taxes.
So as long as, like, so for example, Sarai, my 14-year-old, she likes to work for lip glosses. So do I like track how many hours that they work?
Well, it's whatever the amount you're gonna give them, so if it is, I don't even know off the, whatever the cost of lip gloss is, however much you give her is how much you're gonna write her receipt for. So if you give her $30 worth of lip gloss, then her receipt, you're gonna make a receipt that you paid her $30 for bookkeeping.
Okay, and that's retail or wholesale?
Retail.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Home printer copy machine, that does go under supplies, yes. Instant transfer from Venmo Square, yes, that's the one that I couldn't think of the name of.
What about if you have to buy another cell phone? Because mine's a 4G and they're trying to make me upgrade to a 5G.
That will go
That
under
is-
your phone bill, like the receipt from the phone company, that will all go under cell phone expenses.
Okay, and whether it's paid up front, like the whatever amount for the new phone is paid up front, or whether it's split into payments?
Whatever you paid for the year.
Okay,
So if you're making payments on the phone for 2 years, you can only write off what you paid for this year. Okay. If your neighbor's dog destroyed your box of Mary Kay products, what happened there? What did you do with the products? Where's Nikki? She's down there. Alice, yes, that will go under product loss if someone doesn't pay for a product. How old are your kids? In the IRS eyes, it's 16 or older, Shannon. But if you have someone that, if you have a 12-year-old or 14-year-old and you're paying them, you can write it off. It's just when they get to 500 or more, if they're over 16, then you have to give them a 1099. Kids are 7 and 10, so you won't have to worry about that. Nikki, if your neighbor's dog destroyed the products and they were not replaced, then that would go under product loss. But if they were replaced, then you don't do anything with that. So it just depends on the situation there. That really sucks too. Could not sell products by Mars. I would be asking your neighbor to purchase the Mary Kay products is what I would be doing, but I haven't heard that before. I can ask about that though to see it, but I'm pretty sure it's just under product loss. I would call Mary Kay too. Okay, any other questions just based on all of those things? I know that was a lot of categories to go over. Okay. So let's go back. Let's talk about the products now. Okay, so product beginning inventory. So beginning inventory is your inventory that you had on January 1st of 2023. So if you did not start Mary Kay on January 1st of 2023, or you were not in Mary Kay, then your total there would be 0. Okay, products purchased wholesale. This is on the income advisory statement. It will have how much wholesale that you ordered, how much taxes you paid on that product to the company, which is one of the categories, your Section 2 supplies, and your freight. Okay, freight is what you paid to the company to have the product shipped to you. Okay, if you did CDS orders, anything like that, that postage will also be listed under there, and it will go under the postage category. It will not go under the freight category. Postage is what you pay to ship things out. Freight is what you pay to ship things to you. Okay. But those things will be on your income advisory statement, so you don't have to keep up with that part. If you wanted to, you could, but you don't have to. You need to print out or keep your packing slips, just in case that you need those for tax purposes, audits or whatever. So products purchased or what you purchased, and all this is wholesale amount, what you purchased for, throughout the year. Ending inventory, which is a few steps down. Ending inventory is what you have on December 31st. Okay, so December 31st of 2023, January 1st of 2024, that's going to be the same number typically if you're in Mary Kay for that length of time. Okay, for a day. Okay, so just keep that number. But ending inventory, wholesale, beginning inventory as of January 1st. Okay, so if you weren't in Mary Kay on January 1st, if you started on the 2nd, that number is going to be 0. Okay. Total sales, this is retail sales before your taxes, before they paid you taxes. Okay. This is actually, is the subtotal. So tax sales before taxes and discounts. Okay. So on a receipt, I had one sitting here. On a receipt, it's the, here it is. It's this, it's the subtotal. Okay, that amount. Discounts, this is a discount if you gave a customer a discount for whatever reason. So on this particular receipt, it was my yearly sale. She saved 30%. That goes under the discount category. Okay, so on my Excel spreadsheet, I also have this listed out. I have the sales, the discount, and the taxes paid, and the total amount. Okay, I have another Excel spreadsheet on that. That way we can just add up how much of a discount it is. Okay. So don't be scared to give a product or give a discount under that. Now, if you were giving a product away that is not a percentage, that's going to go under the gift category. That's not going under the discount category. I know that seems weird, but if it's on the receipt as a discount on the receipt of, you know, if you gave her a free foundation primer, that's $20. If it's written on the receipt minus $20, then it goes under the discount category. If you have given a gift and you write on a receipt that it was a gift, then it goes under the gift category. And I'll come back, I'll explain to you what I mean, what I do with all that to make sure that it's all in the same, that it's all right. Okay. Again, taxes paid on the product, that is what is going to be on your income advisory statement. Taxes collected, that's what your customer paid to you. Okay. Unrecovered sales tax, that is taxes that you did not get back. So if you gave a gift away, or if you sold to someone and you didn't collect all the tax that you paid to Mary Kay for that product, then that goes under that category. So we pay retail taxes to Mary Kay. So again, a foundation primer is $20. We pay taxes on the $20, not the wholesale of $10. So if you were to sell a foundation primer at $10 or whatever the discounted price is, and you did not get the $20 percentage taxes on that product, then you can write off the unrecovered sales tax on that. So there's a couple of states that they don't do sales tax. So if I sell in those states, I don't charge the customer sales tax. So that would go under that category. Okay. Now going up here, I want to talk to y'all. This is probably what I get the most questions about: the personal products, gifts, demo, and advertising. Okay. Those 4 categories. Okay. I think, did we go over everything else on there?
Jennifer, Donna asked about CDS. The cost for CDS shipping, that's postage, correct?
That's postage. And on your income advisory statement, it should be split. If it's not, then you'll have to add it up. But it was split last year, because it's whatever you're paying out is considered postage. CDS and whatever that other one is, guest checkout, if you do that, all that you're paying to ship the stuff out goes to there. Okay. Sylvia, text me. I'll get it to you. Okay, so those 4 categories: advertising, gifts, demo, and personal. Okay, that's what I get the most questions on. So let's talk about it. Okay, so every month I grab 4 receipts. Okay, and at the top I write down whatever the category is. So this is advertising for August of 2023. Okay, there's personal, August 2023. Okay, y'all following me here? Okay, so I have 4 receipts on the 1st of every month, and I put them on there. I put that on there. Okay, so it's personal, gifts, advertising, and demo. Okay, as I do that on the 1st of every month, that way, even if I don't have anything in those categories, that way I don't feel like I lost a receipt somewhere. Okay, so at the end of the year, I'll have 12 receipts for advertising, 12 for demo, 12 for personal, and 12 for gifts, even if there's not any products written on that for that month. Okay, it just makes me make sure that I'm having everything in there. And then whatever products you use or whatever products are going on there, then you put those, of course, in these categories. Okay, and it is retail on the sheet. It's the retail amount. Okay, it's the subtotal retail amount that you will write off. Advertising is products that you are using yourself where you are advertising the product. So it can be anything that can be seen or smelled. Okay, so foundation, eyeshadow, lipstick, lip gloss, blush, mascara, eyeliner, perfume. Those are the things that you can see, right? So you're advertising those products. So that part goes under advertising. Demo are products that you use that you can't see right off the bat. Okay, so your skincare goes under demo. I'm sorry, not under demo, under personal. Excuse me, I'm sorry, under personal. Okay, so you basically have 2 categories for yourself to write off your personal products. You have the advertising and you have the personal. Okay, demo are products that you pull to be able to share with your customers. Y'all, even if you have a roll bag that you're showing online that's full of retail products that's clean and new and pretty, that can be a deduction off of that because you're using that to sell the products. Okay, but definitely products that you're pulling to be able to do facials and parties with goes under that category. Okay, it doesn't matter what the product is. If it's Mary Kay and you're pulling it to demo, perfumes, lotions, whatever, it can go under there. Okay, then gifts. Okay, this is when you're giving someone a product that is not a discount on the receipt. Okay, so if I gave someone a lip gloss for referrals, I'm not going to put the lip gloss on her receipt for her products that she purchased. I'm going to put it under the gift section because I'm going to get more of a deduction from that. Does that make sense? So if it's an actual product that you're giving away for whatever reason, then you can put it under the gift section. Okay. Now I need y'all to listen to me real quick. This is the weird part. Chase is smiling. She knows what I'm about to say. You get more of a percentage on your taxes back for demo product. Okay, then you do your personal product. So for instance, she's recording me, so I have to be very careful with what I'm saying. For instance, if I run out of my cleanser at home, I may replace the one in my demo bag and write it off under my demo. Does that make sense? Maybe not.
Basically, if you accidentally run out of your firming cream and you pull it out of your roll bag to go ahead and finish using it because, oops, I forgot it, then I can replace off the shelf into my demo bag and it's a better tax write-off. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
You can't see the comments, can you, Chase? on a recording.
No, that's why I put that in there.
Okay, y'all just read the comments, and then if y'all have questions, let me know about that. So I don't have as many products under my demo category or under my personal category as I do my demo category. Okay, but you still get a very high percentage back on demo products and personal products. Like it's like 80% or something. So y'all don't be scared to demo a product. Okay, so we have the advertising, and it's the subtotal amount of what you're going to put on your sheet. Yeah, Alice, what's up?
Okay, so kind of going back to those 4 things. So what's really the difference in putting it under the demo and the advertising? Because isn't that the same thing or no?
No, advertising is your personal products that you are putting on your face.
Okay.
You are advertising your own business. Demo products are products that you're using on your customers.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but in reference to what you were saying to, pull those to use, are you double doing it, or are you writing it twice?
No.
No.
Or we're gonna talk about that later.
I think basically she was just saying. I think basically she was just saying it's a little bit a higher percentage if you pull from demo.
Okay, listen, I just stopped. Chase, did you stop your recording?
No. Hold
Okay,
on.
stop your recording for a second, please.
Hold on. Takes me a minute to do this.
I mean, I know the difference between
Mhm.
demo and personal. I get that, and I understand what you're saying on the other. I guess
Yeah.
I'm just trying. Thank
Hold
you.
on.
You're welcome. You just have to be careful how I word things.
Okay, so what I was gonna say is your we talked about this a little bit ago, but it just came to my brain. So the when you are taking inventory at the end of the year, you are taking inventory of what is in the current lookbook.
Yes.
So if it is
No,
not in
products
the
that is in the
current,
book.
if it's not in the current lookbook, it goes under a product loss because those are discontinued products. So things like limited edition, special edition, any like the Time Wise Miracle sets, the 3D ones, if you still have some of those are going to be product loss this year.
Right.
Because they're not in the current lookbook.
So you pull those off your shelf, put them in a box, put them in the corner, but you can still sell them. They just can't be part of your regular inventory.
And when you donate those, do you just write it off as donations or gifts?
Yeah, donations.
Donations, gotcha. And what if, some directors and nationals have like 3 or 4 roll bags like ready to grab and go at facials or at skincare classes? So is that, I guess that's just normal though. That's not demo, so to speak.
No, the only full roll bag that you can write off that is not products that you're actually demoing, that they're clean new products, is a roll bag that you're showing at appointments, not the ones that you have ready to go to sell. Just the one that you have that you're showing products to, and they don't think that you're going to have more than 1 or 2 of those. If you have products displayed like at your house or in your office to where behind you it looks nice, if it's not your entire inventory shelf, but if you have, like Cynthia has a shelf that has some products on there, those can be considered demo. For that, it just can't be like your entire, like Anne has her entire shelf behind her. She can't write off her entire shelf as demo. But if you have products that you're never going to take off that shelf to sell, they can be considered demo.
Okay, because that's basically why I was asking, is because my dining room table, which it's not used as a dining room table, is actually used as my Mary Karen.
Mhm.
But anyways, I leave the table set up for facials. So I've got the repair set and the Time Wise Miracle set and just the products that I use at facials that I never use.
If it's a different skincare line, then that yeah, you're going to use more than one of those. But you can't have like 5 miracle sets as demo.
No, yeah. But like I have that just set up to not to touch, but then I pull my demo bag, my roll-up bag that I stuff everything for demo. So I don't ever have to like rearrange anything on my table. Kind of
But you can write off the ones on the table that you're not selling, that is just for display. You can write those off in your roll bag that you're using to demo out of.
Okay, cool.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Expired products go in the product loss category too, right?
Yes, because you can't sell those. You cannot sell an expired product. Product loss is wholesale, Cynthia. The only thing that's retail is the total amount that you sold. Everything else on this sheet is wholesale.
Personal products and stuff, that's retail though, right?
That's retail. Yeah, anything that's on the receipts are retail, but the beginning inventory, products purchased, and I'll put that on here before I send this paper out. I'll redo that and put. I did ask him that today just to make sure that didn't change. Product loss is wholesale. And Chase, I'll type those in there and then I'll send it to you.
Cool.
So that you have a new one.
And to our girls, for Lindsay, Donna, my girls, those are going to go in boards, and I'll put the recording in boards, and I'll put the paper in boards. So where y'all see Monday night boards, everything will be in there for y'all to go and grab, okay?
Y'all have any other questions? Now, I don't mind answering questions if y'all have questions later on. and y'all are on here, I don't mind that. But I have almost 100 girls. Chase has almost 100 girls. Like there's hundreds of girls. We can't individually train hundreds of girls on this kind of subject. So, but I do again recommend that you use a CPA. You don't file your own taxes with Mary Kay, and that you keep track of everything, and you do use Mary Kay as a deduction because it is very profitable with that. Okay. Any other questions right now?
Can you send me your CPA's info? Or Chase, you can post that on boards too, since you use the same guy.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, if y'all have any questions, just reach out to me and let me know. I know a lot of y'all, so you can let me know. But if y'all don't have any questions, then that's it for that stuff. My girls need to stay on, but that's it for all the taxes and money stuff.
Thank you so much. All right. If you're not in Jennifer's unit, I mean, if you want to stay on to hear the recognition announcements, you're welcome to. But if you're not in Jennifer's unit, you can hop off. Thank you again.
Chase, and Donna, I think Donna hopped off.
Yeah.
If your girls ask you questions, just let me know.
I will.
You know most of the answers though, anyway.
Yeah, but if I don't know, I'll ask you.
All right, bye.
Bye, y'all.